Hello? Okay, I think that's working now. All right. So let's see. How much of a delay do I have? If I do... about 8 seconds of delay? I guess I'll live with that. I'll see if I can deal with that at some point. Okay. But anyway, I'll get started with this. So, what I want to do is figure out how to get flag ops into one of these ArgoCD plugins so that I can just give it like a template repository and it can just run from there. So I did some of the groundwork for how to make this actually work and to make it so for example it has a UZ and V flag, so it pulls everything in from the environment. There is something I have to do for this. I have to change so that it pulls the providers also from the environment. So like this gets done from the environment, but I'm going to deal with that a little bit later. I'm just going to embed something in the test just to make it... no, I can't. I can't do that. I guess technically I can, but... An operator can configure a plugin tool via sidecar to the repo server, required to configure the new plugin. So where does it actually set the image that it pulls for the sidecar? Place it to be there. So, see, that's the config map version. Located inside the plugin container. It's not actually a customer course. Okay. So hold on. What? I see. So it used to look like this, and now it looks like this. Right. Where to maintain the configuration at config map, just nest the plugin config map in the here. Okay, and then I can register the container like this. Okay, so then I won't worry about it because I can do that. So first things first, I have to get this thing in a Docker container. So and then I can also do this. So I can say argo plugin config.yaml and kind of use this. Using this kind of thing. Metadata, name, flag ops. And then just start the spec. Doesn't need a version. You're not going to run multiple at least I don't think you're going to run multiple versions of this thing. Because I want to be able to just say that. So the init command runs in the application source directory at the beginning of each manifest generation. The init output can be anything. So I don't I don't need an init because it just runs, so then I just need a generate command in a shell. Args. All right. So then find config map, all this stuff. So that's echoing just out of config map. Okay. So I guess what I can do now is it can just be flag ops dash dash use env, right? Because then that'll take the use env and put it in and pull everything in. And that's pretty much it. Oh wait, it also has to be, I need to make sure, because in here, right, when it does this, so this destination type needs to always be console, I think is what I called it. Yeah, console. So in my config file, I need to say this equals console, just to make sure that you can't mess that part up. It'll always just pull from the console. Are announcements specific to an application handled by this plugin? For example, the values for a Helm chart's values could be sent as parameter announcements. So, because I know this one can do it. Yeah, the Vault plugin. So what I want to know is how did they get so for anything else done. So find a customization, and all that. So how does it know when I change a secret? How does it know? Found the tools. Build the thing. Because when it... So for example, like... I go to AWS Secrets Manager. So how does it know? So Vault plugin auto refresh. Okay. So okay, so I can't really handle that here. You have to set up some webhook to ArgoCD to make that work. I'm not thrilled about that. So plugin pause refresh. Select your plugin via the UI, apply the ArgoCD YAML that has that specified as the plugin. All right. Okay, so it can't figure this out. This will run the Vault plugin again and pull any values from Secret Manager. Okay, so it's the same issue. Then I won't worry about it too much. I'll just worry about getting it working. Like, I would love it to auto refresh, but it apparently doesn't do that. I want the sidecar. Resources. With these config maps, and that's how you install each one of them. So it has one for customize, one for Helm, one for raw YAML, which is interesting. So it runs Helm template, ArgoCD app name, ArgoCD namespace, ArgoCD env helms arg. So it templates it out and then passes it through. I guess... No, I want to do it the opposite way. Yeah, I want to go the other way. I want to take the values and then run it through. Like, I want to run the generator and then run it through the thing. Like, I still want to use Helm or Customize or whatever to inflate the thing. So I will have to do something similar. See if I can structure this somewhat similarly. So, manifests. I guess I want to use pretty much the same thing. Yeah, so update this title real quick. All right. So let's see how this works. This is FlagOps plugin customize. This runs before just to basically find, customize things. Then it's customize build piped into generate. So I want it to be the opposite. So I need this to be, well, first of all, I need this bit. FlagOps, which then gets passed to customize build. I guess it could be and customize build. So it would be, if you have a bunch of customized stuff, you would run customize and then, yeah, and then run the build. I need to validate all of this stuff, but it seems like a relatively sane way of going about it. Because the other thing I need to remember is how do you pass things using environment variables. Link commands have access to the system environment variables of the sidecar, standard, and variables in the application spec. Prefixes all user-supplied environment variables, like the three above, with ArgoCD, E, and V. So if I do parameters, even if they specify defaults are not sent to the plugin in these, only parameters explicitly set in the applications are sent to the plugin. That's probably the same defaults as the one announced in the UI. Okay. So I also need to parse all of this stuff first. So this one registers, right, this one registers Helm, this one registers Customize, this one registers Raw YAML. So I'll have to do the same thing. Okay. I guess I want this to be its thing. So the way that I have it done in here, so properties is you would do flag ops prop whatever. So I have to run some pre-script for that. So yeah, because I want to run flag ops. Oh no. This flag ops is going to template out all the files, and then I need to pass those files to another tool. Okay. So I actually need to set some other stuff. There seems to be other parameters that aren't documented, like allow concurrency. Is that there? Yeah. Where's this actual, like, spec? So let me think about this. So, So, this thing works again. So the plugin starts in whatever the application root is. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, files is /values. Okay, that's a config map example, not a sidecar example. But that's still the case, right? So like if I start a... If I take... So when it runs, if every config discovery tool matches, then the plugin may be used to generate. Omitted. Right. Runs in the application source directory. Okay. So like if I look at my home lab, it would run in like this application set, like this bit. Okay. That works. So what I actually want to do is run flag ops into like a build directory and then run customize onto that. Like if you look at the example plugin, the plugin.yaml, the generate command goes, so you have arguments, which does that to the arguments and the parameters. So let's see what I can do here then. So let's do like a generate sh /bin/sh. Okay. Then I can like basically try this. Do I have customize actually? No, I have Helm and I have normal things. Because I think for the plugin, when it does, yeah, it does generate dot. So it does generate based on this and then print them out. So that case I actually have covered pretty easily because I just do console. For Helm and for customize, it's a pre-processor, not a post-processor. So like let's grab, like let's say for generate dash customize, what I need to do is like just the most basic thing I can do is set something like file and then flag ops destination path is going to be flag ops build. Right. Those things are set. That doesn't have to be worried about. And then I want to say flag ops use env. And then customize build. Customize flag ops build. Okay. So like this bit is going to turn into run I guess I gotta figure out how that script is getting there, but I guess it'll be like slash. I mean, it's in like a set the environment, run flag ops, and then run customize build. Then I need I can't reach AQ that easily, but let's call this like /scripts /generate.sh. And that's pretty much going to be the same all the way down, because I'm just going to bind different ones. To different things. Except for so I need to replace this bit. Generate sh. So that's going to be the another one called generate helm.sh. It's going to look really similar. Except it's going to do helm template ArgoCD app name -n Argo. Yeah, just this. In /flagops build. Right, and then this one can just run the generate, that's fine.
The stars slowly separate, driving down a road that's taking us away. All I ever wanted was this. Your eyes tell me what you've lost. You finally take.
So this one needs to have the type set as console and then flagops. That'll grab everything and then just template it out. Actually, it's gonna have to be a script. Generate just generating raw manifest. And the reason is because I still have to map the input parameters. So when it does env, right? Standard build environment variables is these. So I can do some, right? Like I can take for each one of these, I can say like flag up the identity equals ArgoCD app name. That has to be somewhat unique. The source path is always going to be these are things that are going to be common between all of them. So like flagops source path equals dot, and the identity will always be the app name. Path of the app within the source repo. But it's always going to run in the application root, so that doesn't really matter. You just always say dot. customize, that's all the same. Customize. It's like this one's the easiest. Like, where's the... Give me the random Nginx deployment example. Yeah. What do you complain about? Ah, whatever. So if I wanted this to be instead... Nginx replicas. I'm curious if I do like CD tests raw. Yeah, I need to be able to do, I have to be able to do that, yeah. Yeah, okay. I have to be able to do it through the, or at least I have to be able to recursively find it at some point up. I think I'm doing it through Viper. So that to actually put into words what the conversation I just had in my head. The problem is when I run these scripts, the thing that it's still relying on is that you have a config file with your environments. So for example, this config providers, right, is still pulling it from the configuration file, not the environment. And I could have you have to configure every environment with the environment you want to run it on. So if you had an application set, you would configure the application set to automatically inject the secret or the keys for your production environment, your staging environment, your whatever environment. Or I have to figure out a way. So either A, I need you to be able to inject those every single time. Two problems with that. One, that can get annoying to maintain. So like if you're using the same environment across multiple application sets and your key changes, do you really want to have to go to every single application set and change it? Because as far as I'm aware, like I can't take these parameters and pull them in from a secret in the cluster. It has to be completely separate from that. So option 2 is I need the config parser that's looking for the file to be able to recursively go up the file stack until it finds a config file or none and errors out. So I'm pretty sure if I just run flag ops right now. Do I really not have it? Oh, because I've probably just been... I really didn't install flag up? Oh, it's because I wiped my machine, that's why. 1 second. So what I can do, like if I just run flag ops here, it's going to say can't find a config file. And what it's going to look like more than likely is you're in like this folder and it's going to try and run flag ops and have no file. So I need to recursively go up and say, like, even if I have like a flagops.yaml file here, which actually I'm pretty sure this will also fail. It's a no up. So even if that file's there, if I go into here and run the same shit, it's not there. So what I have to figure out is how to make So there's a library I'm using to parse this config called Viper. And what I want to know is if I can get Viper search for config file in parent directories. Always make a new folder in your main package like conf and put your file into it. So my directory structure will be blah, 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 blah. So I want to be able to look up. And unless cascading is enabled? What is cascading? Based on the precedence rules, the search for the path will cascade through the remaining configuration registries. Hmm. So with flags, read it from an IO reader. Reading config files. So I guess what I could do is add config path. And add like a slash flag ops as an option. So if inside the Docker container, you just mount that there. And the reason that that's better is when you go and mount the sidecar, you can put all the credentials from your flag ops file into that secret. And then it can be mounted to the sidecar as an actual secret. So you can store it in external secrets or vault or whatever, and it is much easier to manage. And then you can just identify which environment you want to tag in a per application or per application set basis. And you just reference the things in that file. Right, I do also have a set config file path from there. Yeah, which I'm pretty sure is a flag I allowed. Yep. There it is, yeah. So I can do like flag ops -- config. And that works. So for testing, I'll do this, I guess. So what I need, and what I'll actually do is I'll go to my flagsmith and set up like a test environment for this. Hello, Suki. Hold on. You want to sit in my lap? You want to sit? Good. Alberta John, how are you doing? Let's go and do this. This, and then I should be able to, yeah, client-side SDKs. Not well? Why not? What's going on? Myself, I'm doing all right. I need to grab. Ooh. Yeah, that's never good. That sucks. Well, hopefully your feet will come back up. So what I'm making is trying to get a system where I can have feature flags in my Git ops or like my ArgoCD deployments. So I built a tool called FlagOps that kind of handles most of the templating. And what I'm trying to do today is get that tool into an ArgoCD plugin so that I can tell ArgoCD, hey, look at this set of templates and pull in my feature flags and then apply that to the cluster. So I'm going through and having to read a bunch of documentation about how these things actually work and trying to write a bunch of these scripts to try and pipe it all together. And if that works, then that means I can instrument my Git ops repositories the same way you would instrument a normal application. You can have all the same benefits of all that. So let's see. So I think what I was trying to do is test how this like raw. So let me make a quick feature for this. So right now I'm basically trying to just set up a test environment in Flagsmith, a really nice feature management system. And just trying to make sure that all my stuff actually works when I put it all together. Cycle make. I really hope it works too. I've been working for this all for a while. So we're finally getting somewhere good. It's gonna be 3. There it goes. So the idea being that if I am able to... Yeah, of course you can, man. Always appreciate a follow. Let's see. Hopefully, if I'm doing this the way I think I'm doing this, I should be able to say, hey, thank you, man. Really appreciate it. In theory, if I do slash manifest, I'm gonna have to change my plus X raw cd tests raw. Let's see. I'm really close, yeah. I streamed relatively consistently a couple years ago and started getting somewhere, and then I stopped for a very, very long time. So a lot of those followers are probably pretty old and don't remember that they follow me. Let's see. If I do manifest, generate raw, and set the flag ops, what did I call this thing? Flag ops environment. Yeah, I know. It's really fun when you did it a long time ago. You started to kind of get somewhere, and then it all just kind of fades off. So I'm basically starting from zero, but with a nice number in the corner. Try this. Right, I'm gonna have to dash config. It's gonna be that works. I guess it's gotta be. Ooh, segfault's fun. Why? Not the first, but definitely one of the very early ones. I think there's maybe been 3 or 4 other people. Let's see. What is it missing? Wait, I bet it is output.init. Output init, which I'm pretty sure is gonna go. That should have worked, actually. Yeah, I've got the identity, I have the... What about this? So it wasn't able to get the output correctly. Uh, kind of a software developer. A lot of the stuff that I've been doing lately has been more of the more DevOpsy and more platform engineering, but I still do end up writing a lot of software and a lot of scripts. And right now I'm in Atlanta, working in the tech industry here. Are you a developer in the industry or just an appreciator? Let's see. No. Let's see. $88. Oh, cool, man. Yeah, so very much the the opposite of the technical field. Oh, that's cool, man. I think I see. PC specs. I'm running a Ryzen 5600, something like that, and an AMD 6700 XTX. I think that's right. I haven't checked in a while. It's been a while since I actually put those parts in. Let's see. I wonder if I have to do this. Yeah, it does pretty well. Oh. That's he would like to get out. Okay. There you go. All right. Let's see if it works this time. Yep, it was the export. Okay, so that actually works somewhat okay. But replicas isn't getting pulled in correctly. Because it should be, if I pick production, I should get the number 3. Yeah, sure. Let's see it. If you can DM it to me on Twitch and I can pull that up. Okay. Ah, gotcha. Cool. Pull this up real quick. Yeah, these are cool. See. Yeah, that's cool, man. They look good. This might be a bit of a bug.
We don't have to worry about nothing. 'Cause we got the fire, and we burning one hell of a something.
Yeah, I think doing something that's challenging is always good to expand your horizons and really push you to learn new things.
Size of the human race.
Let's see. Let's see. That bit pretty much works. So in like this ENV, I gotta map some things. I'm not really in the market for it right now, but I'll, you know, later down the line when I am, I'll definitely keep you in mind. Yeah. So let's see. So when it gets passed in from Argo, it's gonna come in as that. Tools. ArgoCD. Just this is not really something I do full time. I just do it kind of on the side for fun. So I'm not really in the market to be investing stuff into it. Here we go. And I'm also guessing if I go to identities, it's going to come up with, yeah, nothing. But if I set env flag ops environment, and then I set ArgoCD app name is equal to like HNX. Should see under here one called Nginx. Perfect. So now that pretty much does what I want, because Kubernetes will take this and it'll spit it back out. Yep, I get that. I'm just not in the market right now. If I start taking it more seriously, I'll let you know. So that pretty much takes care of that one. The other part that I want to make sure of. Like service.yaml. Kubernetes service sample. Like if I do this, yeah, it's gonna do that. That's something I need to do in I guess I can't have that be huh. Alright, one thing, first of all, that console output needs to be I mean, sure. If you want to go ahead. First off, that needs to be like that. And I guess that's something I can do. I can just say like, don't really know. Just something around tech, maybe something with my name on it. I don't really have a strong branding like vision. So if I do, all right. Let's do it. That fix. Line in between files. Once that builds, I'll install it and then we'll test that again. But I think that's pretty much got it. So it'll pull the environment out. So if you set the flag ops environment, if you set the flag ops environment to staging, sure, one sec. Sorry. This right here. I'll add you in a little bit. There you go. So that should work for that. And let's see. Really not done? Oh, I never tagged it. that'll figure it out. So generating raw stuff seems to work fine. Let's go to Helm next. So if I have like a chart.yaml, values.yaml, let me grab a random chart from somewhere. Let's see if it can inflate this. Dot values, dot replicas. Let's go to this, we'll call it env nginx replicas. Not with dependencies for right now. A test nginx deployment. Then basically running the similar stuff from the raw to the Helm. Pull the environment from there. This one's going to be file. Flag ops. Destination path is /flag ops build. Then if I go to test Helm and I run the app name staging, generate Helm, +x gen tests chmod +x generate Helm. See what this says. Oh right, I forgot I need to put the the dash config on there. For testing purposes. Non-absolute URLs should be in the form of repo name path to chart got nginx. So did it do what I wanted it to do then? Let's see it. Let's do this real quick. Oh, I think it has to be /. No. That's weird. Pulls the environment, the source path. It has to be like that. That's what it's doing. That destination path isn't working. Ah, that would be why. Now it's got everything right. Let's open up Helm. Oh, yeah, that's probably gonna make sense. So it actually should be to slash temp slash. It's a relatively random. Huh. sh create random temp directory. So in right, so that should be oh, right, because it's always relative to the source. Yeah, that's another potential bug. Double check if this is actually working. Yeah, so it's done. E0.1.10. Alright, so now if I run, that works correctly. Okay. So they're doing it for Helm. Hot. So template ArgoCD app name. Yeah, like the name is just sealed secrets. It's not anything special. So I should be able to just pass Nginx and that's fine. Template this. -n ArgoCD app namespace. Well, first, I have to figure out the destination, get output destination. I need to figure out. So this is, I need to figure out if the destination file path starts with a slash. This prefix slash. So if it has that, then it's an absolute one. So then I can just return path.join dest root and actually no wait, that should work. If I set the output at slash something, it should be relative to the root. Oh, I know why. I know why. Because of that. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Okay. So that is fine, but it assumes So right now, when I create something, it does it with this. When it executes a file, that's part of the engine template. It walks the source file system, which is also relative to the dot. And then passes that in via that. Huh. So that does create some issues. So I need to say the output file system has to be based on the destination. Yes. So the source file system is fine, but this one actually has to be dynamic. I'll say if strings dot prefix slash fo dot conf dot path destination dot path fo dot fs equals osfs new slash. So if it starts with a slash, if my output, which I have here, or in this script, right? If my output starts with a slash, it should go to the slash, like from the root directory. And let's just see if that works. Test helm. Well, it did do that. So if we can go to oh, there it is. So if we go to cd temp.l this. Okay, so make temp dash d. cd temp 0, I guess O. Still not working. So where did it go? Oh, it still went in here. So why? So I'm telling it the destination path is this absolute thing. It's a prefix from slash. So get the output file destination. So it gets whatever file I'm working at and strips out the relative bit, and then it hands it to the destination root. So why is this not working? Set info conf.destination.path. Repos, flag ops. There. Right, but it's still making things in here. So it should be a new file system under Flash, so that when this is creating a new destination path based on this, right, so it strips out like the source root and the file I'm working on, it gets me just the relative bit, and then it should be able to append it onto this one. Let's try destination path. So why though? That doesn't make any sense though. Now hold on. info.fs.root. This dot. With field root. Root is dot. Okay. So then up here, info path. Let's see. Relative false, even though it has this prefix. What? If I change this to contains, I mean, that doesn't help, but still false. I was saying it doesn't even contain a slash. Are we certain? Like, that makes no sense. Do I have to escape it? No, that wouldn't make any sense. Is there a... I'll check it after the stream, then. I appreciate it, but I gotta focus on this right now. Is absolute. Let's just try that. Okay. That worked. It's just... Hey, there we go. And it templated all correctly into the correct temp directory. Okay, problem number 2. So that is now solved. Fix destination absolute path. All right. Let's see. So now I have this problem. Helm template name chart flags. So again, like, this should work, right? Like, what if I just take this bit out? I just want you to template. In a different directory than the Helm chart. I see. Oh, I see. So is it all the... Here, let me do... Do this. See what that does. Check here. Great. Okay. So once that gets done, we E0.1.11. So that can at least be the most recent one. So I don't have to do this. So that should be running... So if the script isn't in the correct thing, it does that? Instead of having to specify the actual folder or the URL, anyways, this worked for me. Right. Let me try that. It's like Helm show chart. Actually, I wonder if... Okay, no, so that worked. You have to use the local path where you're is the same path you used when you run that thing. Yeah. So I should then, if I do Helm template with the name, namespace, and then the path, like if I do Helm template nginx slash temp dot 3 sp, yeah, that one, it works fine. Dot n. Ew, it's because the namespace isn't defined. That'd be very helpful. ArgoCD app namespace is nginx. There we go. And that all works fine. Okay. Helm also works. Needs this to not be there. So that's Helm and the raw manifest that both work. You wanna go? Yep. She wanted to leave. Sick. Do. Okay. Back to this. Okay. So, yeah, I do the Helm templating and that works to customize. First, I got to make sure customize is actually on my machine. So all that, watch this stuff. So, customize download, install customize. Yeah. So then I want to do, again, probably something very similar with customize. Pulling in the identity, the destination file, all that stuff. And then I just need to make sure ArgoCD Vault plugin. Look at their manifests for, yeah, it's just customized build. It's a little bit easier. So it's flag ops, use env. I have to do the and then it needs to build flag ops destination path. So we can make a quick customize. Customization.yaml. And again, copy these. I gotta remember how customization works. All right. Just want resources will be deployment.yaml, service.yaml. And then let's say the problem with customize is it's really based on like a lot of local files. Actually, can't you do like customize URL? Yeah, remote build. I mean, I guess that's how you do that. So that one's actually going to be a little weird. And then what I want is let's customize patches. So let's do patches. Customize inline patch. Patch, we'll just do API version. Basically grab the first bit of this. Spec. Replicas. In the Nginx replicas, that's what it's called, right? Or with an underscore. That's your base. Nginx replicas. Okay. So now that we have that, I guess I can just test it. So like if I can do chmod sex generate customize, and that appears to work just fine. Service, and it gets replicas of 1 rep licas, if I can spell it correctly. And then if I change the environment to production, it gets 3. Perfect. So that's all 3. Yeah, that's all 3. I think there's going to be some issues with customize with like relative file paths and stuff, but I will deal with that problem when I get to it. I can also automate some of that stuff later. But it means I have 3 scripts that all work. Gotta remove this bit from them. Okay, so I have all the scripts are good. So now all of these, so they all do generate, even this one. And then it's just a matter of, it's going to generate 3 plugins similar to the Vault. So in the manifest, we have that, and then we have the repo server patch, I guess. Okay. Let's look at the ArgoCD repo server.yaml and do very, very similar things to this, except I don't want this init container to do this. Maybe I do? Yeah, actually, I think I do want to do that. Register the plugin. And then mount the custom tools into the binary. Okay. I mean, that works. Please turn this thing off. Can I please turn off the linting right now?
You're the superstar above me when the sun goes down. The one and only who can light this town. And when you're feeling like you're burning out, I will remind you that you're a superstar and you don't need a golden crown. 'Cause everybody needs a hero now.
Ah, damn. Can I just tell it nothing? Plain, just a plain YAML file. Whatever, I'll deal with it. So I actually don't need to build a Docker file for it. It's going to be Antonio slash flag ops slash releases slash download the flag ops version is going to be z0.1.11 is the most recent one. Underscore Linux AMD 64-O flag ops. And that's going to move to flag ops. Flag ops with customize. Flag ops with plain. There's CMP server. All this stuff, ArgoCD, CMP server, all the plugins. So then in here, I also need to change all this to flag ops. Flag ops plugin. Put all that. So CMP plugin. This not needs to get turned into flagops.yaml for each of these. And I think in theory, that now works. Oh, I have to mount the scripts. That's the other bit. I have to mount these scripts in. It's just this bind to slash scripts. Yeah. Okay. Name download scripts. Command sh -c. So it's going to be like it's going to be like if I just go to a random file. It's going to be under main slash manifest slash .sh. So yeah, for helm, customize, and otherwise. So yeah, customize, raw, and helm. Example plugin. Oh, I see. It pulled them all into, yeah, config map generator. I guess that works. That actually probably is a smarter way to do it. I could also just... No, I don't want to do that. Do I want to build the custom image? Do I want to init the scripts in? That's the current predicament. I think for now I'll just mount them. At some point in the future I may do otherwise. So then this is going to be the Argo. I could just rename this. CMP plugin.yaml. Say install a cluster, apply this config, and then apply this patch. And this is going to be the plugin scripts. Then if we look at the deployment patch, where it gets this, right, the subpath. Generate helm. Generate customize. Generate raw. Okay. And that should get just about everything. And then I just have to add on each one of these. Name. Plugin scripts. Subpath. The volumes are configured down there. So like the first one is Helm. Mount path is /scripts/generate.sh. That gets applied for each one. And then change script. And then I need to add the volumes up here. So that's the CMP plugin, I think is still important. Yeah. I just need another one called plugin scripts. Plugin scripts. So now, if I apply this customization to a cluster, I should get what I'm looking for. You go actually grab something from here, where I can get this. Def cluster.yaml with this. Find cluster create. Alright, kind create dash dash help. Create cluster help. So I'm going to spin up a random cluster and apply this customization to it and just see what I can do. Give it some time.
Take a breath, take a long look around before you step. 'Cause the tide is coming, swallowing the ground.
Almost there.
There's
For example, any day now. Come on. Get it to delete that one. And we'll see how well it goes. Alright, there we go. Saving. No clusters. Okay. Now, let's try creating a new cluster. Okay. So I should be able to apply the manifest. See. Okay. Alright, then I should be able to. Did it do that? No. How do you paths to kubectl apply again? Right. kubectl apply -n ArgoCD -f. No objects to apply? Hmm. I think I got rate limited. There it goes. There we go. Oh. That should be fine, actually. If I look at my namespaces, I've got ArgoCD that is spinning up. Perfect. All right. Why can't I? God damn it. Right. Let's try it this way. Actually, it's kubectl. I don't remember it. I'll just do it through this. Perfect. So then how do I get it to do that? Let's do this. dir flag ops test applications. I'll do basically take the same test applications from here. Just move them over here. Net. All right. Commit. Publish the branch to a public repo. So then there is one thing that I am missing, which is actually another config map. Actually, I can add it to this. flagops.yaml. With the environments in them. And then in the server, each one of these needs another one of these, which is going to be flag ops at YAML, and I'm pretty sure I told it dot flag ops, which is going to then get mounted to slash config slash dot flag ops dot YAML. That gets added to the end of each one. Alright. Alright. Forgot about that. Flag ops env, which is, so this needs to be flag env, env, and env. Okay. So now if I look in the cluster, all these are there, great. If I look at the config maps, should see this with everything in it. And if I execute into it, into, let's say, like flag ops, perfect. Is there. Huh? I said a directory. Why the hell did it get mounted as a... Why did this get mounted as a direct? Did it get mounted like that in everything? Yeah, it did. Why? I think that got done fine. I think that one works just fine. That's quite interesting. never seen that. K8s config map subpath mounted as directory. So if I look at config maps, yeah, flagops.env.yaml looks like that. Let's try just restarting it and see what happens. Huh. From the plugin scripts, right? Oh. That'd be why. I need it from, not from plugin scripts, but from CMP volume. That's pulling from the wrong one. That would make sense. So let's call this Helm test. Project name, default, sync manual. The repository URL is going to be FlagOps test applications. The repository test path is what, /helm, I think. /helm. Helm test. Auto create namespace. Unable to generate manifest for Helm. That path is absolute. Okay, we'll do Helm / plugin FlagOps plugin Helm, where we say FlagOps environment is going to be production. What did I have to do before? It was like... Like for helm, right? So I needed the... All that's taken care of. Literally all I needed was that, and the rest should be taken care of. Flash scripts generate SH permission denied. Okay. Can I... KDS mount CM with execute? I set the default mode for the volume. So the CMP plugin, default mode 00777. Let's see if this does anything. That's not running. Let's see, can it? Great. No. Still denied.
She doesn't need him, he's left her alone. She's into the bill, and she's turned off her phone. He's left her a message to make sure she's okay. She doesn't care for her life anyway. Anyhow, lately she's been so depressed, keeping all of her feelings repressed. He loves her, she loves him, but she's just far too scared to
Again, I put in the wrong one. From plugin scripts should be default mode 777. I gotta get better at reading. It's saving me so much time. There it goes. You're gonna execute. It's not permission denied. Here, let's wait for this to fully terminate and then it'll be good. And we'll try it again. Okay, now I know you're full of shit. Hello? Don't fucking... It's so weird. Okay, there we go. Error generating. Scripts fail. Exit status. Flags one not found. Chart.yaml file is missing. Well, at least you're getting somewhere. Chart.yaml file missing. What does that mean? Why? What does that even mean? Okay. Plugin's getting done, the tools are getting mounted, everything's there. And it's running the right thing, but I just don't think it's getting anything. Yeah, because it's saying chart.yaml file is missing. That's from Helm. That's 100% from Helm. Actually, I have an idea. I can output debug lines in these things if I do this. Echo running flag ops, inflating rendered templates. Slash. Right, HTTPS is what it needs. Plug in Helm, an env of flag ops environment is going to be production. Remove that. All right, so I can't put in logs. So it's not getting... runs the generate command, runs in the application source directory each time manifests are generated. Write them to the standard ER, it will always be displayed. Okay. So how do I echo to standard ER? So that I can actually see some logs on this damn thing. Let's see what we got. All right. Okay, so yeah, so it got through flag ops, and when it gets to Helm, it's not. So that at least confirms that. So then let's also send to echo and just see if it knows what it's doing. Actually, let's do something else. And I'll give that a minute to actually render out. Once both of these are actually done, then I'll continue my investigation here. One more left. All right. Let's see. Yeah, that's the current working directory. Chart out YAML templates value. So what do you mean? Okay. LS. So that worked fine. Alright. Keep trying to figure out what's happening, man. Because I can't figure out why flag ops is not able to write to that thing. I do have to say the logging for plugins is awful. Just awful. Cached. I don't want it to be cached. Nginx, Helm, default, annual, auto create namespace. Helm slash cluster URL is that namespace. Nginx Helm repository URL is that plugin. Flagouts plugin Helm. Okay. Let's keep this somewhere. There it is. Okay. Oh, it can't find flag ops. And it's just plowing along anyway. Hey man, how you doing? I guess I never did check that. Line 1 not command not found. What? That's supposed to be a program. Okay, something's definitely wrong here. That would be a good reason why it didn't work. Okay, that makes sense. That would be why it's not working. Because it's not titled that, it's x80s 86 underscore d4. I don't have direct binaries, I have zip files. That is probably another good reason why it didn't work. .tar.gz. Do these things have gun zip on them? Curious what this is about. So, gun zip, unzip. So gzip dash d. Dash d. Tar.gz. Let's see if that does it. That's probably actually a really good thing. Again, if only I would learn to actually pay attention. Init error. Not in gzip format. And what format is it in? Right, it's in crash loop. Okay. That also might be a good reason. It is amazing how many details you can miss. Let's just double check this path before I really lose my mind. Flag ops slash releases slash download slash the version. Doesn't need the V in front of it. So I can do this instead. The V0111 slash flag ops underscore. Okay, and then the version doesn't need to be here. This one should work. All right. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. R-XVZF. VZF flag ops. And have flag ops. Yep, cool. One day this will work. Holy shit, it actually worked. Okay. When did... Oh, I put it in slash flag ops. It should be in slash config. Okay. And then in that manifest, actually these tests I don't need anymore. This I don't need anymore. This I don't need anymore. This is things that it needs. I will keep that around for right now. $12. Okay, it's gonna have an init error because it doesn't exist yet, and that'll just be until the thing finishes. I'll give that a minute. Still live? Alright. That's fine. We're still up. It's gonna take a long time, isn't it? Come on. Do the thing. Please run. Please. Oh, don't make me wait so much longer for that shit. Ah. I can do like see if I cancel and rerun it, will it suddenly work? Is it gonna work? Like, it should be canceled. Still in queue. So I told it to cancel, and it just said, nah, we don't want to do that. I wonder if I go and mess with the tags. It's like, this has not been released. I push a new one. Alright, I can now re-queue the action, because this one should be cancelled. And it's just going to be stuck. Great. Well, get this thing moving again. Oh, that's annoying. Thanks, GitHub Actions. So that one should at least run. So I can get this thing up and running again. And as soon as that fully terminates, we are good to go. Okay. Still can't find it. Did it still mount the wrong thing? Or was that cached? Cached. Did it actually work? There's a replicas. Holy shit, that worked. I cannot believe that. So now, if I go to my Flagsmith environment, actually, while we're here, let me enable autosync. Like self-heal and prune. Like all that's there. So if I go to my production system and I say, what I actually want to do is have it be running 5. And I refresh. Maybe I need to hard refresh. And there's 5. Oh, that's cool.
Seriously, the hell's wrong with you people?
I'm pushing new charts. So let me try this. Because I know with external secrets or with Vault, it can auto, like, at least I'm pretty sure it can. Let's try doing that and see if it works. It's like if I go to the application,
You've got your life laid out in front of you like a car crash. Unconscious at the wheel cause you were driving too fast. But if you took the time to check up in your rearview mirror, you'd see the things you're driving from are your biggest fears. Gotta get back up from the wreckage above and walk right through the fire. No matter what happens, the fact is that the flames keep getting higher. You gotta keep it
so let's go to the application and edit this. Annotations. Let's make sure that that metadata does not exist. Let's turn off self-heal. Let's see if it lets me do it. Annotations. That was quick. What is this? So let's see if it does just, if I just set something and let it go, will it eventually get there? So I'll give it like 5 minutes. So if I set this and I said this is now going to be 10. If I just sit back and let the auto sync do its thing, will it eventually figure it out? That's the question. 1 second. Alright, it does not look like it's able to do that. I have to come and hard refresh it for it to pick up the new values. Okay. So let's try doing this then. If I go... It's going to be on the application controller. So let's say args. Let's just say 2 minutes for right now. That is a lot more options than this thing has. What version am I running? Two 7.9, 2.10. Let's try 2.10.7. And 7. App hard resync. Set that to 2 minutes. Am I doing the wrong one? Let's see. I mean, that's pretty good right now, where I can say, you know, scale it back down to 3. And that's a bug on my end to fix, but so that's progress. Still got some things to figure out. Bunch of applicants. Those refreshes timeout.
There's a reason she's alone. You can't pin her down because no one needs her home. I need her around. She says there's beauty in the hills, truth in the sky. So don't be sad because I won't. It keeps me alive. To impress her, it's too damn hard. To stay loyal without going.
Okay, so that works. All right. So now let's try Nginx raw. Nginx raw. Then the plugin is just going to be Flag Ops plugin. And that should also create something. Couldn't find name Flag Ops plugin. Supporting the given repository. What does that mean? See. What did I set up as the filter? What the hell is it? Grep for EVP. Oh, it's looking for things that are specifically with things that have an annotation with it. Okay, no, I just want all not YAML files. Hey, thank you for the follow, man. Let's see. I'm so close to making this work. I just gotta figure out why the hell. So... Okay, so that works. I just need to restart this now. So it gets the new version of the config map. Okay. So then... that now works. And boom. Which means both of these should actually now behave the same. If I go and change my production replicas to 10, update the feature value, this gets hard refreshed, and I turn on autosync. Scale up to 10, and similarly with Helm, if I do a hard refresh, it scales up to 10. Now, if only I didn't have to hit hard refresh, or I can make it hard refresh faster, which in theory you can, but I can't figure out how to actually do it. Yeah, so cache expiration or the... Can I set the... I'm certain there are ways around this. I can set the app or refresh time. ArgoCD application. Nope. ArgoCD application controller. And that is for 227.10. So like if I go into this thing, application. Okay, there it is. And it's running ArgoCD application controller, yeah. Alright, okay, so let's... eat this thing. KNS change editor. Please, please give me something better. That looks a lot better. Let's put it down to like 60 seconds. Let's see if this actually works. Of course it doesn't work. Because again, it doesn't... I don't understand what that means. What the hell does that mean? Okay, this is the application set controller. So how do I set that flag? So I guess it's possible to make it invalidate the cache whenever that happens, but that seems really, really not a fan of, but I guess you kind of have to until there's something better to do with this. But, poor thing. Actually, let me deploy the last one real quick. Gotta pop up. There it is. I don't want you to pop up. Stop. Go away. Alright. So then the last one. Customize. The right environment. And then actually the other thing is I should be able to go in here and see the identities. Yeah, I have Nginx Helm, Nginx Raw, and I can see exactly what each of them do. So we got that. And that's using the customize, and then I just need to change this to customize. Let's see. Fix this. One more new app. Turn on... Can I turn on auto sync from here? No, I cannot. But work, and I can sync it. And that does exactly what I want it to do. Beautiful. Alright. I think that's a pretty successful first run. And I'll get this pushed up and get a more easy to configure demo. I think that was actually a pretty successful plugin. I actually went from absolutely nothing to a working Helm or working ArgoCD plugin. We support Raw, Customize, and Helm all working. All the scripts work, all the things work. I just got to make it a little easier to deploy. All right. Yes, I know. My dog would very much like me to stop streaming now. So with that,